The Egyptian pyramids at Giza, standing as one of the most awe-inspiring and enigmatic structures on Earth, have endured the test of time for thousands of years. Throughout centuries, countless individuals, including some of the most brilliant minds, have been captivated by the mysteries these monumental structures embody. One such individual was Nikola Tesla, the celebrated inventor whose revolutionary ideas still influence our modern world. Tesla was fascinated by the pyramids. His contribution to the invention of technologies such as smartphones, Wi-Fi, and AC electrical supply systems have been significant. However, beyond his well-documented inventions, Tesla harbored an enduring interest in several other mysterious top-secret projects, including the Egyptian pyramids. But what specifically about the Great Pyramid interested Nikola Tesla, and how did the secrets of the ancient monuments influence Tesla's inventions and theories? We'll try to find out together in the new episode of Hidden Origins. Welcome! This interest in the Egyptian pyramids started when he was merely 20 years old and eventually became a lifelong pursuit. Tesla was drawn to the Great Pyramid, marveling at its size and scale, constructed from 2.5 million stone blocks and weighing nearly 6 million tons. This colossal structure has long attracted visitors from all over the world, its secrets inspiring the imagination of many, including Tesla. Especially the notion of the ability of the pyramids to generate power. Despite the commonly held belief that the pyramids were tombs for the pharaohs of ancient Egypt, not a single mummy has been found within them. Instead, all discovered mummies have been found in the Valley of the Kings. More, the pyramids don't have any Egyptian inscriptions or art, which is strange given the resources that must have been expended to construct such grand structures. With this evidence in mind, the purpose behind the construction of these structures remains a mystery. In his pursuit of understanding, Tesla turned to numerous books about ancient structures, finding that the pyramids were believed to contain an incredible amount of energy. At a time when the concept of electricity was still relatively unknown, Tesla started contemplating the probability that the pyramids housed some form of advanced technology. He grew convinced that the pyramids derived their power from electromagnetism, possibly built with some form of crystal energy. Tesla proposed that the chambers within them were designed to interact with electromagnetic fields. The materials used in their construction, such as the stones, he believed had energy-storing properties derived from the sun and the moon. So he suggested that the pyramid might have been designed to generate an energy field capable of providing electricity to cities. In 1905, Tesla submitted a patent in the US titled The Art of Transmitting Electrical Energy Through the Natural Medium. This patent outlined designs for a series of global generators that could tap into the Earth's ionosphere to harness electrical energy. He perceived Earth as a colossal electrical generator spinning around two magnetic poles, which he later incorporated into his design of Tesla's electromagnetic pyramid. Furthermore, Tesla believed that the location of the pyramids, not merely their shapes, was a source of their energy. Inspired by this belief, he decided to build a tower facility that would later illuminate an entire city. This tower, known today as Tesla Experimental Station and located at the base of Pikes Peak in Colorado Springs, is also referred to as the Wardenclyffe Tower or the Tesla Tower. He designed and constructed these structures following the laws of the Giza Pyramid's location relative to the Earth's elliptical orbit and the equator. According to Tesla, the prototype of the tower would send and receive data in unlimited energy as far as Paris, France. Regrettably, Tesla's discovery and device sank into obscurity following his mysterious death in 1943. Nevertheless, his works lived on. Scholars and researchers have since delved into his theories on the power of the pyramid, and his ideas have contributed to unraveling many of the mysteries surrounding the pyramids. The interpretation of the pyramids may sound elusive, but perhaps he sought to convey the power of something far more ancient than previously believed. A key aspect of Tesla's theories centered around numerology, specifically the numbers 3, 6, and 9. He professed these numbers to be of great importance, representing a key to the universe. He noticed the recurring patterns of these numbers in natural systems, such as in the formation of galaxies and the process of evolution. If you only knew the magnificence of the 3, 6, and 9, then you would have a key to the universe. His fascination with these numbers was evident in his personal life and work habits. He chose to live in hotter rooms with numbers divisible by 3. He would drive around the building 3 times before entering it, and he often made decisions in groups of 3. He believed these numbers had a universal mathematical language, and they had significant implication for all life on Earth. Tesla's understanding of the power of the pyramids, coupled with his obsession with the numbers 3, 6, and 9, suggests he was attempting to decipher some hidden truths about the universe with the Great Pyramids as his point of reference. What was he trying to tell us with these numbers? Now, if we look at the Great Pyramids as his point of reference, what was he trying to tell us with these numbers? Now, if we look at the Great Pyramid, what is astonishing is the precision with which it was built, constructed from 2.5 million stone blocks and weighing nearly 6 million tons. Not only is the pyramid's base level within a remarkable 3/4 of an inch, but each side of the pyramid, measuring over 755 feet long, is also within 2 inches of the others. Rather than being perfectly flat, each side is subtly concave, a detail only visible from bird's eye view or during the equinoxes when the pyramid casts its shadow. A further source of wonderment lies in the pyramid's astonishing accuracy and enlightenment with true north, a feat achieved with a mere deviation of 1/15 of a degree. However, the mystery does not stop there. Intriguing calculations reveal a surprising relationship between the dimensions of the pyramid and the size of the Earth. By multiplying the pyramid's height of 481 feet by 43200, we get a figure of approximately almost 4 million miles, which deviates by a mere 11 miles from the Earth's actual polar radius. This equates to a staggering 99.7% accuracy. Similarly, when the base perimeter of the pyramid, which measures almost 3,000 feet, is multiplied by the same figure, the resulting 24,734 miles is an astonishingly close approximation of the Earth's equatorial circumference, achieving 99.3% accuracy. Although the Great Pyramid is aligned with the cardinal directions of north, south, east, and west, a slight discrepancy of 3 of 60 of the degree error is observable. How did the builders of the pyramid have this precise knowledge of the dimensions of the Earth? It is widely acknowledged that ancient civilizations were particularly intrigued by equinoxes, the twice early moments when the sun's path crosses the equator, causing day and night to be of equal length. The duration of the day and night on an equinox is precisely 43,200 seconds, a figure that seems curiously connected to our calculations above. Engineer Glenn Dash hypothesized that the ancient Egyptians may have used the autumnal equinox as a means of achieving the pyramid's alignment. Using a gnomon to cast a shadow during the fall of equinox of 2016, Dash traced a smooth curve of shadow points. Intercepting 2 points on this curve with a tall piece of string wrapped around the gnomon created an almost perfect east-west line, which closely matched the slight error found in the pyramid's alignment. This Indian circle method thus offered a possible explanation for the pyramid's precise alignment. However, the mysteries continue to unfold. For example, the Great Pyramid of Giza, positioned at an astronomical latitude of 30 degrees, is exactly halfway between the equator and the North Pole. This positioning, combined with infinitesimal error of just 0.05 degrees in its measurements, and an advanced understanding of geodesy in ancient Egypt. Moreover, the pyramid's alignment seems to reflect certain astronomical features. The 3 pyramids at Giza align perfectly with the constellation of Orion. The number 43,200 appears repeatedly in this discussion, not only in relation to the measurements of the Great Pyramid, but also in terms of the measurements of the Great Pyramid, but also in terms of axial precision of the Earth. This number, which is a multiple of 72, corresponds to the number of years the Earth takes to wobble on its axis. The number 72 and 432 also occur in various ancient mythologies and sacred texts, further deepening the mystery. For instance, 72 represents the number of languages spoken at the Tower of Babel, the number of names for God in Jewish Kabbalah, and the number of temples at Angkor Wat. Further, 432 Hz is believed to be an optimal resonance for music, and 432,000 is the number of syllables in the Hindu Rig Veda. These relationships among the pyramid's measurements, the size and notion of the Earth, and various ancient mythologies and spiritual texts are astonishing. But that's not all. There's also a hypothesis that the pyramid was not just a monument or a tomb at all, but a structure for creating and harnessing energy, similar to an ancient power plant. In fact, the concept that the Great Pyramid of Giza could have functioned as a giant power plant, harnessing geoelectric and geomagnetic forces, has been an ongoing discussion among certain theorists. The fundamental idea is that the unique architectural and geographical elements of the pyramid were deliberately designed to create and channel energy. One compelling element of this theory is the strategic use of different types of stone within the pyramid's construction, each with its unique properties. For example, the outer casing stones were made from the white tufa limestone, a specific type of limestone that was transported over 500 miles from Tura in Tura, Egypt. Tufa limestone is known for its insulating properties and does not contain magnesium, thus effectively preventing the conduction of electricity. This limestone acted as an insulator, keeping the energy within the pyramid. The inner chambers and passageways of the pyramid, on the other hand, were constructed using a different type of limestone that contained tiny amounts of crystal and metal. Both these components are capable of conducting electricity. These mixtures of materials allowed for the potential transfer and concentration of energy within the pyramid. This possible evidence has led theories to draw parallels with the work of the visionary inventor Nikola Tesla, particularly his Wardenclyffe Tower designed for wireless power transmission. Like the pyramid, Tesla's tower was also built over an aquifer and had a system for channeling positive ions from the Earth to the tower while transmitting negative ions from the tower's antenna into the atmosphere. In Tesla's design, when electricity was sent into the tower, it was supposed to be transmitted to the world through the ionosphere. The same principle could potentially apply to the Great Pyramid if it indeed functioned as a power generator, channeling the Earth's geoelectric and geomagnetic energy and potentially distributing it wirelessly. These parallels suggest a potential knowledge of advanced electricity and magnetism concepts by the pyramid builders that we're only beginning to fully appreciate. The pyramid builders that we're only beginning to fully appreciate in 2018, an intriguing study was conducted by researchers from ITMO University in St. Petersburg and the Laserzentrum Hanover in Germany. They utilized a method known as multipole analysis, often applied in the field of nanoparticles, to investigate the electromagnetic response of the Great Pyramid of Giza to radio waves. The researchers built a model of the pyramid and its proportions, which they subjected to wavelengths ranging from 200 to 600 meters, approximately within the scale of the pyramid itself. What they found was the pyramid seemed to concentrate electromagnetic energy in its internal chambers and under its base, creating pockets of higher energy. The electromagnetic waves used for the study largely align with the resonant frequency of the Earth, a concept Tesla heavily invested in during his lifetime. Nikola Tesla proposed a theory of standing waves around the Earth's surface, often referred as the Schumann resonances. The lowest of these frequencies, and perhaps the most fundamental, is approximately 7.83 Hz, but they extend upwards and interact with the Earth's atmosphere in complex ways. Tesla intended to tap into these natural frequencies to transmit power wirelessly across long distances. In terms of the Great Pyramid, this study might suggest that it was designed to resonate with certain frequencies or harness natural terrestrial energies. As the pyramid concentrates these electromagnetic waves into the chambers and bays, it behaves in a way not unlike a resonant cavity, similar to a musical instrument amplifying sound or a microwave oven amplifying waves to heat food. Eric Wilson, in his 2019 paper Large-Scale Thermocaustic Generator, argued that vibrations in rock, like granite, can cause electrons to migrate, possibly turning the pyramid into a power-generating machine attuned to the Earth's natural vibrations. In this theory, the tidal energy created by the moon's gravity is the power source, leading to an unlimited and clean energy supply. The Great Pyramid's location also seems well chosen for generating piezoelectricity. Piezoelectricity is electricity obtained from the natural physical movements with the help of certain harnessing devices. With the Nile River providing a consistent flow of water to create an electric current, it would move upwards through the pyramid, culminating the gold capstone, the perfect conductor. The underlying aquifer would contribute to the energy generation process by creating vibrations that could be converted into electromagnetic energy. However, both Tesla's tower and the Great Pyramid seem to have suffered catastrophic events that led to their dysfunction. The Wardenclyffe Tower was destroyed, while the discovery of traces of acids within the pyramid could imply a controlled explosion or some form of a chemical reaction that may have taken place inside the structure. It's posited that the acid traces may have remnants of a more complex process related to energy generation or storage, potentially involving chemical reactions, but this remains purely speculative. In addition, the walls of the king's chamber appear to have separated from the floor and exhibit a bulging pattern, possibly indicating an explosion's force acting upon them. This same type of damage is also evident in the steps of the chamber and other parts of the interior structure. Initially, it was believed that an earthquake might have caused this suspected explosion. However, engineer Christopher Dunn dismissed this idea and instead proposed that a different type of cataclysmic event could have occurred within the pyramid. This event, he suggested, may have effectively eroded the structure's functionality as an active power plant. Interestingly, there is no record of such a catastrophic event in the meticulous chronicles of ancient Egyptians. This lack of documentation casts a shadow of doubt on the whole theory. While the Egyptians were great record keepers, there seems to be no documentation of their use of electricity, let alone any record of the Great Pyramid as a power plant. But there are some who believe that the ancient Egyptians utilized electricity. Certain hieroglyphs depict what appear to be light bulbs, yet there's no archaeological evidence supporting the presence of materials necessary to make light bulbs, such as glass, in ancient Egypt. However, the existence and advanced engineering of the Great Pyramid built in unknown times is an undeniable testament to the sophisticated knowledge possessed by the ancients. But this leads to an intriguing hypothesis. What if the Egyptians did not build the pyramids themselves? What if they merely discovered these impressive structures which were remnants of a more advanced prehistoric civilization? The Orion constellation theory proposed by Graham Hancock posits that the layout of the Great Pyramid complex closely matches the pattern of the stars in the Orion constellation. The Egyptians were known to track celestial movements for agriculture and ritual purposes, which lends some credibility to this theory. However, any correlation between the pyramids and the night sky would have to reflect the celestial arrangement as it appeared about 4,500 years ago during the Old Kingdom of ancient Egypt. Robert Schoch, a professor at Boston University, suggests that the Sphinx and the Giza might be approximately 13,500 years old. He bases his assertion on the fact that the Sphinx shows signs of erosion caused by the wind, sand, and notably water. The water erosion pattern seems to indicate that a tremendous volume of water once rushed over the plateau, which aligns with the conditions at the end of the last ice age around 9,700 BC. If true, this would drastically push back the dates of these monumental structures and hint at the existence of an advanced civilization thousands of years before our current understanding. The potential for an advanced ancient civilization capable of harnessing clean, unlimited energy is fascinating, especially given our present struggle with climate change and renewable energy sources. Nikola Tesla, a visionary inventor from the late 19th and early 20th centuries, sought to harness the Earth's natural electromagnetic field to provide free, renewable energy to everyone. The parallels between Tesla's ideas and the theoretical functionality of the Great Pyramid underscored the relevance and significance of Tesla's work. Even today, if Tesla had succeeded, our reliance on fossil fuels might have been significantly reduced or even eliminated, leading to a cleaner, more sustainable world. However, his work threatened the empires of the industrialists of his time, such as J.P. Morgan, who had vested interest in maintaining the status quo of fossil fuel consumption. Consequently, Tesla's vision was largely quashed, and he died bankrupt. While Tesla's ambitious project of providing free and accessible energy to all never came to fruition, his ideas continue to resonate and inspire. His work poses intriguing questions. How would Tesla's innovations have reshaped our world if they had been fully realized? And what could we learn from these lost opportunities as we navigate our current energy crisis? These considerations, along with the ongoing archaeological mysteries, such as the Great Pyramid, challenge us to reconsider our historical understanding and seek sustainable solutions for the future. We bow before you and thank you for watching another episode of Hidden Origins. Keep your minds open, and until we meet again.